Welcome back to the On the Football Zone and to a weekend review reviewing the Premier League games from this past weekend, and starting things off with Chelsea, and they recorded the 3-2 win over Luton, just about sneaking over the line. They were cruising at 3-0 for a brace from Palmer and a goal from Madueke, but Ross Barkley and Adebayo pulled one back. Adebayo also had one disallowed for offside. Luton really pushed at the end, and in the end I think they'll consider themselves unfortunate to get a point, and just shows that Luton will never stop fighting, and that's why I think they've got a great chance of staying up. But Chelsea just about weathered the storm and got over the line. Big win for them. Moving on into Wolves 3, Everton 0 at Molineux. Kilman, Cunha and Dawson with the goals. A big win for Wolves here. They were really strong. Totally played Everton off the park. Everton's form just going downhill a bit, which will be a good concern, and they want to get a bit further away from the relegation zone, especially with Luton fighting the way that they are. But Wolves, a massive win for them. They'll take a lot of confidence from that. Gary O'Neill doing a really strong job. And yeah, like I say, big win for them. Yeah, great result. But moving on into Man City, as they defeated Sheffield United 2-0 at the Etihad. It was Rodri in the 14th minute and Alvarez in the 61st minute who sealed the win for Man City. And yeah, pretty dominant win for Man City. In the end, could have been more. Sheffield United offered very little. I think just trying to stay in the game, like we saw Chris Wilder's side do at Aston Villa last time out. In the end, couldn't get anything from it, but I think in a way they'll be probably happy to keep it down to 2. But Man City, yeah, dominant again, and yeah, they're looking really strong now. And I think with teams dropping points around them, they've maybe gone back to strong favourites for the title, I would say. But moving on into Palace 3, Brentford 1 at Selhurst Park. It was Keane Lewis Potter who gave Brentford the early lead before a brace from Elise and a goal from Eze made it 3-1. And in the end, Palace, I think it's just that clinicalness, that sheer quality of the likes of Eze and Elise that got Palace over the line here. Brentford, kind of offered a lot, I would say, but in the end maybe didn't take their chances, weren't clinical enough and gave Palace the win. Brentford, I think, really do need Tony back because it's a bit of a struggle at the moment. For Palace, a big and much needed win. Moving on into Aston Villa 3, Burnley 2, and yeah, real game back and forward here. Bailey in the 28th minute gave Villa the lead before Burnley equalised just after that. Diaby made it 2-1. Sander Bergevin got a second yellow for Burnley, but they still managed to equalise through Foster. But in the 89th minute it was Douglas Luiz from the spot who gave Villa the win. And yeah, Villa dominated the game, but Burnley, fair play to them. They stuck at it, they stuck with it, and got back in the game. I think even though they were down to 10 men, giving away like penalties, just maybe all discipline costing them. But yeah, they stuck at it, really gave Burnley Villa a big game, and yeah, they can take confidence from that. But for Villa, a much needed win. But for Manchester United, it was another disappointing day, losing 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. Dominguez in the 64th minute gave Forest the lead before Rashford equalised, but 4 minutes after that, it was Morgan Gibbs-White who gave Forest the win. And yeah, it was a tight game, not much separated two sides. Forest, 2 beautiful goals from them, sealing the win. And yeah, even Manchester United's goal was a bit of a mistake from the keeper. So yeah, I think Forest, massive win for them, and you say for deserve. Manchester United, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. They've got a lot of work to do. Tottenham picked up a big win over Bournemouth at home, and yeah, you might think that you'd expect them to win this, but Bournemouth weren't bad here. Obviously, been on a really good run of form. It was Sarr, Son and Richarlison who made it 3-0 before Scott made it 3-1. He also had a disallowed goal right at the end. But yeah. Spurs, I think, just about on the balance of play, deserve the win, but Bournemouth gave them a good game. I think really can take positives of that. We're starting to see the best of Uriola's team, but for Spurs, another good win. They're on a really good vein of form currently. For Fulham, they defeated Arsenal 2-1. Saka in the 5th minute gave Arsenal the lead before Jimenez equalised, and Bobby Reed in the 59th minute gave Fulham the 2-1 win. And yeah, in the end, it was quite a close game. Not much to separate the two sides. But yeah, I thought Fulham took their chances. Arsenal, it was a poor display, and one realistically, when you're in a position that Arsenal were in compared to Fulham, I think, a fair result. Arsenal, teams are dropping points. They can take confidence from that, but they need to have a really strong reign to remain in title contention now. But moving on into Liverpool against Newcastle, and it's a chaotic first half. Diaz and Byrne both having goals disallowed through VAR. Salah missed a penalty before in the 49th minute he gave Liverpool a lead. Isaac made it 1-1 before Jones and Gakpo made it 3-1. Botman pulled one back, but Salah from the spot this time scored to make it 4-2. Liverpool with an incredible XG of 7.2, which showed how they dominated this game. Eddie Howe really suffering with injuries and tiredness, but for Liverpool, a massive win for them. They're looking really strong. West Ham and Brighton rounded out the Premier League fixtures with a 0-0 draw. Yeah, not a great game to be honest. And yeah, in the end, nothing to separate the two sides. Brighton probably had the better of the game, and yeah, I think they'll be disappointed they didn't win it. But West Ham holding on for a point at home wasn't their best performance. But yeah, even when you don't play well, kicking up points on the board, and they did exactly that. So yeah, they can be relatively pleased. But I think Brighton undoubtedly will be the side who will be frustrated they didn't come away with all 3 points. And before I go, I'm just going to preview the first leg of the Carabaocup semi-finals. Not going to cover the FA Cup this weekend, while there's still so many teams left in the competition. So yeah, we'll preview the cup games now. Middlesbrough taking on Chelsea at the Riverside, and Chelsea of course picked up a bit in the Premier League. So yeah, I think this is a big one for them. But Barrow, I think, will take confidence. You know, this Chelsea team are hardly well beaters, are they? At home first leg, this is a real chance to stay in the game. But I just feel like Chelsea will put out a strong team for a semi-final, and yeah, we'll probably go at this full strength. So I'm going to say 2-0 to the Chelsea. Moving on into Liverpool against Fulham, and yeah, Liverpool will be really looking to take a league into this one. Obviously, big favourites now to win this. That'd be a huge achievement to them to win this competition. Yeah, big moment for them. So I think Liverpool undoubtedly will go full strength for this one and will be considered probably heavy favourites for this one. Fulham, though, you know, we've seen they have been in good form recently, maybe dropped off a bit, but yeah, I think they'll still be feeling confident. They can give Liverpool a game at least. I'm going to say 2-0 to Liverpool here. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, for daily football news, and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.